Bjelica has really helped fill in for the injured Jimmy Butler. He is coming off an outstanding. He's their assist leader at 6.9 per game. And for the Spurs,
this is the way Pop is going to play during the playoffs. He's going to switch up a lot of lineups. A lot of games are going to be lineup specific. And so our guys are accustomed to leads off the glass. Giving up a lot of size there underneath.
Danny Green. Got it! 6 blocks in the game, including 4 in the first quarter for Danny Green. Left the game for a pretty good portion to go get some stitches when he had the audacity to get his face in the way of Davis.
Patty Mills going to have his hands full trying to guard him, keeping him outside of the paint area.
Anderson checks the line, knocks down. Anderson averaging 8 a game to go with 5+ rebounds a contest. Wiggins working inside, and a 9:27 mark here of the first quarter with it 7-5 Timberwolves. Gibson with a left-hand score. Here is Teague. Towns muscles.
Move that ball around in the air, and it looked like it's going to be an easy layup and forces them into a tough shot.
And the bucket here to Ron Lou was the steal by Teague. And the dunk. Minnesota. 6:09 to go in the first quarter. Inside to Aldridge. Oh, the tip dunk from
battle right there. Taj Gibson, a terrific offensive rebounder.
Green on the baseline with a left-hand layup.
Rim to protect the shot. Throws up with a little lefty flip off the glass.
Half dozen for Green. Bjelica on the drop. Jamal Crawford's on for Minnesota. Here's Taj Gibson. Good movement, and Crawford gets the jumper. Nothing but the bottom. Manu to Powell. And it jiggles in for inside. A bit of a mismatch, I'd say.
Well, they're unable to give him the ball. Surprising.
Crawford.
Oh, yeah.
And then the block. 64 games.
If he's able to gain any of his form, it's a huge pickup for whoever has him.
Gay from Parker for 2. Rebound Powell. Gives it off to Parker. 1 minute to go. Tony to Gay. 2 more.
Spurs want to go 2 for 1 here.
Ginobili. And the Spurs, who is playing in his 3rd game, did not score against Washington in 11 minutes. Had 2 points.
Excellent hands. That ball was ping-ponging around in the paint.
Inside. Rudy Gay from Manu.
Easy layup.
Spurs erase a 9-point deficit. Powell gives to Parker. Here he comes. Beep, beep. Tony. 22 at one point in the first quarter shooting-wise. They've made 7 of their last 8. Good pass inside. Tony. Oh, look at that. Inside to outside. Mills looking for an opening. Fires. Got it! I mean, here at 40 and 29. Green to LA after he reposts. And Swift. Towns attacks the other end. Spins and scores with 10. The first player in double figures here tonight.
And there's LA remaining aggressive there, Bill. When he gets a wide open shot, doesn't pass up.
Mills to Powell. It's Bjelica back out to Mills. Fires. Good night, mate. I've got to get their spacing set as Aldridge guarded now. He goes through with the left hand and gets it down. The Spurs, for the moment, are in a 3-team tie with the Spurs, Utah, and Pelicans all sharing the same spot. Right after the Spurs had taken their largest lead.
Danny Green gamble trying to go for the steal. Didn't get it. Gibson gets a 3-pointer in the corner.
Mills to a 2. So the Spurs do lead it by 8, 45-37. Inside, LA, triple team. 48-37 Spurs with 5:06 to go here in this first half. Teague knocks down a triple. Powell, good communication. LA again, pump faking, and again! Gibson with Bjelica. 10 on the shot clock. He powers his way in and scores.
The game is that he could put the ball on the floor. Done it several times already tonight, got to the rim.
Aldridge feeling it. 18 in the quarter.
If you're shooting the ball like that, every time you catch it, you got to size up the rim.
Rebound Patty. Green to LA. Spurs 8 fast break points so far tonight. Wiggins. Murray back to Powell. Go right back to Aldridge.
I was about to say, hey, don't give it up either, big fella. Go ahead and shoot it.
He urges at absolutely sensational. 22. Towns, get it out of here. First two to go down tonight. He's got 4 points. Towns finds Jang. The Spurs owning an 11-point lead. Gasol bumped around, recovered and dunked from the floor, and 6 of 6 from the line in the first half.
Oh, no reason for him to take his foot off the gas. I'd like to see him with a couple heat checks.
And now into Karl Anthony Towns. Got his own. What an effort.
It was a nice effort on the offensive glass. Pulls it down with authority and then shows off his soft touch.
Murray. Possession.
Yeah, but our guys have to do a little bit better job on the offensive glass, or defensive glass rather.
Mills took it away from DeJounte Murray.
Got a little careless with it, and Jeff Teague jumped all over that crossover.
And then Blake 3 of 6. Spurs are 4 of 13 from deep. Aldridge. Towns. Repost. Teague attacks. Jeff Teague really.
No, it's either that or Tyronn Lue, you know.
Played for a lot of teams.
That's about it.
Wiggins. Here comes Wiggins. Powell inside. Loose one. Gasol again. 26. Manu slapped the Belitza. Gibson blocked by LA. Towns blocked by. Gasol comes in. Comes up for the rebound. Manu. Got it for 2.
Where you wish they had called it. Jones ends up getting a wide open 3 ball.
Parker battles us in. He comes up with it. Zips it to Wiggins. He finds Gibson and he dunks. 3 on the clock against Gibson. Off the iron. Aldridge for 2.
It's Aldridge.
Aldridge has just been phenomenal from the second quarter on. And
as well as you're playing, again, the Timberwolves is still hanging in there.
And Jamal Crawford down front. Swings it. Jones at the 3-point line. Swish. Powell. Fake to Manu. Goes to the hole. And score!
Corner, and his confidence just continues to rise.
5 points for Murray. Towns been hot from the outside. Knocks down another. Towns gobbles this one up. Good effort. Just couldn't get anything to break for Rudy Gay. Derrick Rose. That's the
to see a few more defensive possessions just like that. That's your Budweiser play of the game.
Murray blocked by Towns. Here is Derrick Rose out front. Rose starting to feel, was cutting, gives it right back to him.
Take your time with him, Rudy. He's got a mismatch here.
Got this one to fall.
That play was ridiculous. The man's been in the league for 15 years or however long. He's still jumping like that.
52%, the Spurs 53%. And Rose.
Somehow you got to get a stop.
Twice. Mills to Aldridge.
Take your time here.
Ball hawking Minnesota. Aldridge, tough shot.
That wasn't an easy shot there by LaMarcus Bill. Basically made lemonade on that possession.
Gay the block, the save to Green. Ahead to Mills. Patty to Aldridge for 2 more. Belitza on him. Double team comes. Green. Takes off for their largest lead.
So you're starting to stretch this lead out now. Take your time and manage the clock.
Rudy Gay.
There's great recognition by Tony Parker and the guys out there on the floor. Continue to feed Rudy Gay the ball and run a little bit of time off the clock as well.
And he's an opener here against the Spurs. Mills from Aldridge. LA kept it alive, got it again, scores!
Was relentless on the offensive glass.
And here come the Spurs again. Gay ahead to Mills.
Take your time. No reason to take a quick shot unless it's wide open.
Danny Green survives. Danny to clear to the other side. Pick and roll with Aldridge. Hottest guy in the building.
Unless they've got something that we haven't seen left in their bag, they're going to lose in this one.
Here is Derrick Rose. And Jang sets up for the jumper.
Next best thing.
Bertans to Murray, back to Davis. 12 on the shot clock. Joffrey Laverne tosses it up. That'll do it.